Points.
Greetings to you one and all, and welcome to another episode of the Broad Points Podcast. I am your host, the broad that points, the broad with the points. It's me, Tyler, the lady. Yeah! Seriously though, welcome back to another episode of the Broad Points Podcast. It is always such a blessing to be here on this planet. Another day, another chance to make new choices. Opportunities are being presented to us every moment. And to start this one off, I want to say, stay true to you. And why do I say to stay true to you? One, obviously, it's amazing to live an authentic lifestyle, right? It's amazing. It's incredible to live a lifestyle that you find happiness and joy and safety in. And also, I've been getting a lot of compliments lately on my hair. So, backstory to this is I have never dyed my hair once in my entire life. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, there was like this temporary hair dye kind of stuff. I mean, it's not even really hair dye. It was like a hair paste, really. And it came in what looked like a Capri Sun package. Capri Sun still exists, right? I grew up on those. So if you don't know what a Capri Sun is, because there's probably poison in it, it was a little tiny pouch. Oh, like the fruit squeezes. They put healthy stuff in these things now, I know. So like a fruit squeeze, but it had a comb on the end of it. You could brush it through your hair. And this paste, it was so gross. It just came out. It was basically like putting glue into your hair because it was just so gnarly. You tried to like brush it in and like make it look a little bit more natural, but it always just looked gross. And so that was as close as I got to dyeing my hair. That was it. Just that temporary hair paste, whatever we want to call it. That was it for me. And then outside of that, I decided that I wanted to be low maintenance. I didn't want to have this lifestyle where however often, I honestly don't know because like I said, I've never dyed my hair. However often you have to go to the salon or go and buy the things yourself from the store, which I know also come with their own problems. It was just too many questions and too many answers that I honestly didn't care about. I have really enjoyed living as low maintenance of a lifestyle as possible. I mean, even now, still I've never dyed my hair, and my hair is long enough now to where I can just cut it myself and I can just make it even. So, I mean, low maintenance is me being true to me. My authenticity, I feel like, really comes from being as low maintenance as possible. Don't get me wrong. I like to go all out when I go all out. Like if it's a wedding, if it's a, Halloween thing, if it's a costume party, I will absolutely dress up. I will go all out. Low maintenance goes right out the window when it comes to stuff like that. But in my day-to-day life, in my life as a whole, I like to be as low maintenance as possible. And not having dyed my hair, people are always complimenting me now on my hair color and how beautiful it is. And not like they haven't always, but I feel like I really hear it more now with just this really strong baseline of gratitude. Gratitude that I've never dyed my hair. Gratitude that whatever those chemicals do, if you're one of those people, hey, that's cool. I'm happy for you. But I don't know what it does to your natural hair. I mean, could we ever really know what happens? I mean, I know people grow it out and then, they have whatever, but you miss so many different phases of yourself. And in my hair, I mean, I used to straighten it to death. That was like, it was pretty brutal how straight I would try to get my hair. My hair is not really meant to be straight. I'll do it from time to time now, but I definitely am not trying to get that like stick straightness that I once was with it. I'm just a lot nicer. I just have so much, like I said, gratitude for, this mane that I carry around with me. And I have other friends who, we all have a variety of hair, both in length, in thickness, in color. And I really love to connect with them. And I was connecting with one of my long-haired friends, and I was telling her about how having long hair feels like it's actually easier to me than having short hair. Because with short hair, I feel like I constantly have to be doing something with it. It's just so easily influenced. Ooh, does this relate to life? Let's see. It's so easily influenced when it's shorter, right? It's like it doesn't know who it is, and so it can just be moved all around and pushed. Sometimes I'd wake up with short hair, and the craziest things, right? It would just be sticking straight up. It'd be like completely pressed to my head. You'd like try to brush it down, and it just like won't go. Then with long hair, it really is not trying to make your hair do what you want it to do. It's more so, at least for my low maintenance lifestyle, working with your hair with where it's at. Like, I have developed so many different, I'm going to say approaches, but it's honestly just weird things. It's weird things that I do. Like, now when I go to bed, like, I sleep with a ponytail, like I'm a unicorn at the top of my head. Hey, guess what? Your girl has a cowlick right at her bangs, okay? And rather than fighting this cowlick, which I used to do, like I said, death straighten that thing down until it's like flat to my head. My poor hair may not have known the chemicals, but it's definitely known the abuse of some hot tools. And, now, like, sleeping with this ponytail there, it's just like, hey, girl, I know you're there. I know you're always going to be there. That's the way you live. And I am supporting you, and I am empowering you to be your authentic self. And so I wake up in the morning, and now another friend actually made a comment on my bangs the other day. They're just perfectly coiffed bangs. She's like, and your little curl. And I was like, that's natural. She was like, what? Like, blew her mind that my little bang was natural. But as natural as I can be, that's how I want to be on the day-to-day basis. I believe that there is really, truly so much empowerment when we are able to find love for ourselves in our natural states. And I mean, I'm getting the recognition from people out and about my hair. And one of the ladies who actually was telling me about how much she loved my hair, I said, thank you so much. It's my natural hair. I've never dyed it. And she said, oh, great. That means I can't even buy that? Can't even buy it. Can't even buy this at stores. And I just take so much pride. I take so much joy in that. Like, I mean, it's been 31, we're approaching 32 years, you guys, of me staying strong to never dyeing my hair, even when people were trying to push me and saying mean things to me about how I should dye my hair, about how I needed to be more. You don't have to listen to what everybody else has to say. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. And you sure as heck don't have to do everything that anybody else is saying that you have to. You get to make the choices. Sometimes the choices are in alignment with where we want to be, right? Sometimes, you really do want a haircut that you can't give yourself. You got to go to a professional for that. That's okay, like, whatever it is, I think staying true to yourself, staying true to not only your goals, but also your intentions is so crucial. And as I'm saying that, I'm sure you guys are probably thinking, what the heck is the difference between your goals and your intentions? Well, let's talk about it. For me, I'm imagining that goals is really the destination. It's the destination. It's being there, right? We want to be at our goals. We want to arrive there. And the journey can really be quite cumbersome and can feel quite long if we don't stay connected to our intentions. And our intentions are the why behind the goals. Why do I do this podcast? Right? I am doing this to connect. I am doing this to share. I am doing this to spread love, right? Why do I work out? Honestly, working out is the journey. Working out is the journey. What's the goal? I want to be fit. I want to live a long and healthy life. And, I'm trying to have that big booty for when I go to Europe. And also Hawaii this year. Surprise! This is the year of a lot of travel for Matt and I. We're doing the things. But, with all of these things, I have options. I have choices. And, before I was starting my little smoothie kick, I'm not going to lie, I was getting a little bit off track. I do this thing from time to time where I'll notice myself slipping away. And by slipping away, I mean the sugar really for me is where I notice. I'm just hand to mouth with the sugar. Let's put more sugar in. Sugar for breakfast, dessert, sugar for lunch, dessert, sugar for dinner. And you guessed it. Sugar for dinner dessert. You guys, there's no need. There's no need for all this sugar. I'm going to tell you one more time. Actually, it's probably not one more time because I will probably say it again. Sugar is a drug. Sugar is a drug. And for me, what I have noticed is the earlier I start doing the drugs, the more drugs I want to do throughout the day. Right? It's nuts. Sugar is crazy. The fact that we just don't call it a drug and talk about it in that manner. If we did, think about how much more, motivation we may have to veer away from it. Right? It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And, the why, right? So we have my goals. Why? Why do I want these things? Well, I want to feel healthy. I want to look healthy. I want to live a long life so that I can set an example for not only my fellow ladybugs, but my family, my friends, my niece. I want to be around to see her grow up. I want to be around to see what's going to happen next. And, I think that's why habits, which we can call the journey. I think we could safely call habits the journey on the way to our destination of our goals, right? What habits are driving us to our goals? And smoothies are so easy for me. They're so good. I'm really enjoying this new smoothie that I have. And, I can't get enough. I might have to post it somewhere to share with you guys. If you like ginger, if you like turmeric, it's got probiotics, it's got prebiotics, it's got fiber, it's got protein, it's got all the things. And I just feel so much better and energized. And I've been taking some nutrition courses, and it's so funny to hear her talking about, building a resilient mind and body, through our gut health. It's so real. It's so real. When we are not nourished correctly, the brain fog, right? Do you notice the brain fog or your inability to focus? Are you maybe snapping at people when you don't mean to? You have a little bit shorter of a fuse than you maybe once did? What if it's not you? What if it's nutrition? Hey, guess what? It's not you. You're great. You're great. You're awesome. Keep doing you. Also, maybe let's look into our fuel. Let's look into what's fueling this ship right now. Are we running on maybe a fast food sugar diet? Is that maybe leading to some things? I don't know. It's good to just step back and see what has happened. What is happening? What's happening right now? And how are your choices contributing to that? Right? Oh, another example. Oral hygiene. Oral hygiene. The next word I'm going to say, might be triggering to some people. Flossing. Flossing. Yeah, when I was little, I hated flossing. Hated it. I mean, one, when you go to the dentist, I feel like they're just real aggressive with it. I always got really great compliments on my teeth. My mother did a great job at telling us to brush our teeth, which I usually did that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, there were some nights when you just go to bed and you just say, Mom, I'm not doing it. You just go to bed. You're too tired. Or in your adult age, when you were drinking, maybe you were just too drunk and you're just too tired. Excuses. You guys, excuses. All right? Because flossing really helps to keep your gums strong. Oh my goodness. This is some stuff that I had to piece together in my adult life. I never knew why they were measuring your gums. Anytime you go to the dentist and they do a cleaning and they take measurements, they're measuring your gums to see how far removed they are from your teeth. And so the higher the number is, the more space you have, which means your gums are receding, which means they're not holding on to your teeth. They're not hugging your teeth anymore. They're not keeping them in place. And that can be resolved. Maybe not entirely. I mean, if you're like up at a 5 now, you can go down some levels, a level or 2 maybe, but I mean, you can't just go from a 5 to a 1. So that's why we talk about what? Preventative. Flossing is a preventative measure if you would like your teeth to remain in your head. Brush your teeth. Floss your teeth. Seriously, you guys, I don't know why I always made such a big deal. And for me, I had to really think about it. I mean, for a while, I'm not going to lie, I was doing the floss picks just for convenience. I was like, I don't like putting my hands in my mouth and getting my hands all spitty and that's so gross and blah, 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 blah. Excuse. You guys, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of hearing the excuses. And they're my excuses. So, honestly, I've just started to time myself. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about the pyramid scheme workout. Took maybe 10 minutes, right? I timed myself flossing. It doesn't even take more than 2 minutes. I mean, if you're really getting into it, we could call it 5. You could spend 5 whole minutes flossing your teeth. That is still such a tiny crumb of an amount of time in a 24-hour day. 5 minutes to keep your teeth in your head. Sign me up. Who else? Sign me up. I would love to keep my teeth in my head. Please sign me up to keep my teeth. Oral hygiene is important, and I think a really funny energy level to introduce at this point is level 6 energy. Level 6 energy, you guys. We're making our way up the ladder here. Our core thought is synthesis. Our core emotion is joy. And the core action or result is wisdom. And, in this level, it really is, I am you. There's this oneness where, everybody always wins. When I start to recognize that my gums and my teeth are not just gums and teeth, they are a part of me. We are one. I find the wisdom of just how important it is to floss, and also the joy of flossing to know that I'm taking care of myself. It's such a 5 minutes maybe of your day in the morning is when I do it. I mean, some people do it twice a day. I'm just getting into this. I'm getting into really consistently flossing with regular floss. Like I said, I've been doing the floss picks. I do the regular floss from time to time. It's a journey. It's a journey. Now, regular floss all the time, once a day. And I just find this oneness. I find this synthesis of we are one. We are connected. And I want to continue to feel this way. I want to continue to experience joy. And then we're really able to focus on the whole picture. And I love coming here every week with you guys to share different fun facts with you. given you different energy levels to approach life at. This is one of the highest ones. It only goes to 7. This is definitely one of my favorite ones. I really do look at everything, just like we were looking at hair earlier, right? Of how does that relate to life, right? The shorter we are, the less we have of ourselves, the less authentic we are to ourselves, the more easily we are swayed away from ourselves and maybe more suggestible, right? But the longer we are, the more developed we are within ourselves, the more strength we have to stay focused, right? To really push forward and pursue our goals. Now, that I have done everything else that I set out to do on this podcast, shall we get into the fundamental phrase for the week? It is, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Anytime that you have an opportunity that you say no to, that was your shot. She gone. And life happens so fast. It is so easy to get just caught up in the excuses, the bologna sandwich, and the whatever you want to call it. It's so easy to get caught up just in life. And I really enjoy energy level 6 because fearlessness is one of the words that is associated with level 6 energy. And I always say, fearlessness is maybe not always a thing, right? Sometimes fear will creep in a little bit. It's really pairing it with courage and setting that to the side that allows you to be able to move forward. And I'm so excited and so happy for all of the opportunities that I have taken. The worst thing that's going to happen, just like these fundamental phrases, is, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. And then what? We just reset our directions. It's not that big of a deal. We just say, oh, okay, I'm going to make some changes now. When I was not eating well before, when I was on the sugar diet, right? It was not like, oh no, the whole world, it's ending. No, it's just like, oh, I've got to make some changes. Tiny little changes. A 10-minute workout to start your day is not too crazy. A 5-minute flossing routine, that's not very cumbersome. We can allow ourselves to build the lives we want by truly grabbing hold of the things that we have control over. By taking calculated risks. Oh my goodness. What did she just say? Calculated risks. Calculated risk. What does that mean, right? Well, when we're going to risk something, you could either just risk it and just hope it all works out, or you could really think about it. Well, if it doesn't work out, what will happen? If it does work out, what will happen? And once you get the answer to these two questions, you're really then able to weigh them on a scale. And from here is what we call calculated risk. We say, okay, do we want to do this or not? Is our reward greater than what the loss could be? And by doing that, there's so many things in this life that I would not have done. Anytime I'm painting a picture, right? Anytime I'm doing comedy or this podcast, it really is just, it's an opportunity. It's a shot to, spread love, spread communication, build community, connect with myself. There's so many things that if I just decided, yeah, I'm not going to do it, well, guess what? Nobody's going to do it if you don't do it. If you have an idea, figure out how to get there. Truly, 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 truly. And with that being said, where can you find me? Because I've accomplished some goals these days. One, this podcast. Hey guys, another one on the books. Check. Also, I put up that website. I do have a website of my art. I am continuing to make art. And, I'm going to maybe put some recipes on there too. We're going to see. This website can really develop into anything I want it to be because why? It's my website. You want to check it out? Oh my gosh. Let me give you that URL. It is TylerTheLady.com. Real simple. TylerTheLady.com. There are also, I believe, the last 3 episodes of the podcast listed on that website. We are obviously streaming on all major platforms, but if you like to access just the most recent one, click on my website. Go through there. Why not? It's not like you have to walk anywhere to do it, but if you did have to walk somewhere, wouldn't you want to be comfortable? Wouldn't you want to feel connected to the earth? Wouldn't you want them little piggies spread out in your shoes? Because I sure as heck know I do. I really enjoy a minimalist shoe, you guys. I love a barefoot shoe. I am a huge fan of Xero shoes. Such a huge fan that they gave me a Xero affiliate link. Yes, that means that you can access this Xero affiliate link, buy your Xero shoes, and simultaneously pay me when you do it. Yes, how do you ask? It is xeroshoes.com/go/TylerTheLady. And that is Xero with an X. Xero with an X, because they're edgy. And if after this podcast you are just feeling like, golly, I really want to follow her, I really want to know what's going on, I want to know when these episodes come out, please find me on social media at Broadpoints or at TylerTheLady. Don't forget, you guys, rate, review, like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends, with your families. Hey, maybe with your enemy. Maybe they need some changes in their life and you just want to give them a little laugh. Send them my way. Come on, why not? We only change by allowing people the opportunity to change. And if you would like to send me a lengthy, wordy email, or not, maybe you just want to say sup, that's also okay, you can send it to broadpointspodcast@gmail.com. Now, one more time with that fundamental phrase for the week. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.